Hey, how have you been?
I've been so great. It seems like our movie club hasn't gotten together in a while.
Well, it's the end of the semester, so we've been so busy, but we need a break.
That's right. What kind of movie have you guys been watching?
I saw Lord of the Rings, which was really cool.
I saw The Shack, and I was really moved by it. What about you, Dream?
I watched The Chronicles of Narnia, and you guys should definitely watch this movie. There's so many things to talk about, I don't know where to start.
Oh, Narnia is famous.
Have you seen the movie too?
No, I haven't. I read the original book, but it was a long time ago, so I don't remember much about it.
Then I'll give you a quick synopsis of the movie. The story is about four siblings who take refuge in a distant relative's house during World War II. At that house, Lucy, the youngest sibling, plays hide and seek in the closet and finds another world, Narnia. And then the other siblings enter Narnia as well. At that time, Narnia was in an eternal winter because of the Winter King, and the Winter King tricks Edmund, the third sibling, and betrays his siblings.
Wait, so the Winter Queen is the villain?
Yes, but with the help of a lion named Aslan. They grow up and defeat the Winter Queen and save Narnia.
Whoa, it sounds so interesting. I'm so curious.
Why don't we talk about the Chronicles of Narnia today?
Sure.
Okay, I've been wondering. You said that Edmund betrays his siblings. Why did he do that?
To talk about that, we need to know the background, which is Edmund's relationship with his siblings.
Let's start by describing the Pevensey siblings. First, there's Peter, the eldest of the four siblings, who is very responsible. The second is Susan, who is very rational and cautious. And the third is Edmund. His character was rather rebellious and suspicious, so he often clashed with his siblings.
He especially conflicts with his older brother Peter, because he wants to outdo him, which is what the Winter King tries to use.
Oh, really? What did the Winter King said?
The Winter King tricked Edmund by giving him his favorite Turkish delight jelly, and telling him that she would make him king if he would bring the rest of his siblings to her.
It was a very tempting offer for Edmund, who wanted to be better than his brother and other siblings.
And just before Edmund met the Winter King, he was at odds with his siblings, so of course he accepted the offer.
But why did the Winter Queen ask him to bring the Pevensey siblings to her?
It was because of a legend in Narnia that said, if the son of Adam and the daughter of Eve sit on the four chairs in the Care Paravel, evil will be banished.
It was a prophecy that if four humans sat on the throne, evil would be vanquished.
That's right. The Winter Queen is scared that the prophecy might be fulfilled because if it is, she would die. That's why she ordered Edmund to bring them here to kill.
Wait, so there's no other humans in Narnia?
Yeah, no other humans, just many different mystical creatures, including centaurs, dwarfs, and even spirits.
Aha, that's why. What happened next?
That's spoiler, so why don't we talk about it after we watch the movie?
That's a good idea. By the way, do you know who wrote the Chronicles of Narnia?
Yes, I do. It was C.S. Lewis, the famous Christian apologist.
His most famous works include the Screwtape Letters and Pure Christianity.
Seems like you know your stuff. He incorporated many Christian elements and messages into a Chronicles of Narnia.
Oh, it wasn't just a fantasy movie?
Of course not, there are so many Christian elements that were incorporated into the plot.
Oh, I can't wait to see it.
Let's meet up after the movie.
See you later.
Hey guys, how was the movie?
It was so good.
Yeah, I think Narnia is a great movie to recommend to everyone.
It was an old movie, but the quality was really good. And I think the message that C.S. Lewis wanted to portray was well contained in the movie. I was impressed.
The books were really fun on its own, but the movie felt even more compelling because I read it beforehand.
Okay, true. But after watching the movie, I think it couldn't keep up with the books.
Really? I thought it was good enough.
Of course, it was really fun and good to watch the movie itself, but it was a bit of a pity that the content and the atmosphere of the original book were slightly changed in the process of making the book into a movie.
Oh, really? I was so focused on the movie that I missed the difference between the book and the movie.
Huh, There must have been some inevitable parts in the process of making a movie, but there were a few more changes than I expect.
What changed?
First of all, the biggest difference is the atmosphere of the movie. It can be said that it's almost like a fairy tale in the book, but the movie is treated as a pretty serious war movie.
Oh, I see, but I think there were more cruel scenes described in the book.
Yeah, I think they had no choice but to keep it in order, to keep it PG.
I understand that. Is there anything else?
Of course there is. The ages of the children are different too. Especially in the book, Peter's age is actually 13.
Really?
Yes, the children were much younger in the book than in the movie.
I thought it was interesting that he looked older than us in the movie, but technically he's supposed to be a lot younger than us.
Also, the war scene in the movie took off the majority of the plot, but in fact, the war scene accounts for a relatively small proportion in the original book.
Oh, that's right, I noticed that too. However, because of the longer war scene, memories of the movie lingered in my head for longer.
There's always a difference between books and movies, but sometimes it impresses us even more.
I think so too. But I heard the Narnia book series consists of 7 books. So which book did you watch?
We only watched the first book that was published.
Actually, the book title is also called The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. I know this because I only read that one. I wonder if there are any other books that have been made into movies.
Yeah, a total of 3 movie Narnia Chronicles have been released as movies. The first book, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. The second book, Prince Caspian. And the third book, The Voyage of the Dawn Treader.
Wow, we should definitely watch those next time.
I heard that another Narnia movie was in production. Is that true?
That's right. Originally, they wanted to produce Silverchair, the fourth book, but Netflix took the rights of Narnia, and now they are currently getting ready to make it into a TV show. They are actually starting to film in August.
And I heard the director of the first and second movie will be Greta Gerwig, same director as the Barbie movie.
Now I'm even more excited for it.
Going back to the storyline, I can definitely tell it's by C.S. Lewis.
It said that he wanted to use the Chronicles of Narnia to explain Christianity in a simpler way. For example, Aslan's death for Edmund's sins is an analogy to Jesus dying for our sins. So technically, we are Edmund.
Right, and when Edmund is first tempted by the witch with the Turkish delight and brings his siblings, I wonder if the Turkish delight represents the sin.
Yes, and from the moment that Edmund eats the Turkish delight, he starts to lie and wreak havoc amongst the siblings.
Yeah, it's life from that moment on. He's under the evil witch's curse.
I think it's a good representation of what it's like for us humans being to be tempted by Satan.
However, Turkish delight looks really good though.
Oh, it's actually not that good. I bought it because I was curious after watching the movie.
What? Really? That's so disappointing.
It wasn't even sweet, it was just bland.
Wait, back to the film. Remember when they execute Aslan? They cut off his mane and everyone laughs at him. It reminds me of Jesus being mocked and screwed before the cross.
Yeah, I thought about that too. Even the scene where Susan and Lucy witness the resurrection of Aslan from the dead. I think it was a direct reference to Mary Magdalene and the women who were the first to witness the resurrection of Jesus.
Do you guys remember when Santa gave presents to the siblings when Christmas came around again? Those presents seemed like gifts of talents. I thought Susan's present was really cool. It was a bow and arrow.
Oh yeah, and did you know Susan's bow has a special feature?
Oh, a special feature?
Yeah, in order her to shoot the target accurately, she needs faith in her bow.
Oh, that's why she was the leader of when she first practiced with the target.
That's right. At the last of the wars, she accurately reached the heart of the dwarf who was trying to kill Edmund.
Alright, now that I look at it, I think Susan's action of believing in the arrow and moving forward correctly are a message that we must believe in the gifts God has given each of us, in order to use them effectively.
Wow, it really does a good job of weaving in biblical themes in between the content.
But I wonder, why can't others go to Narnia?
I was wondering about that too.
Narnia is an invisible world, but it's definitely there. I think he wanted to use Narnia to speak of the invisible God and the spiritual world.
Alright, at the beginning of the movie, after Lucy comes back from meeting Tumnus, the other kids check the closet and there's nothing there.
But when Lucy opened the closet door to go to Narnia, didn't the wind blow through it? What's the difference?
I think it's a difference in belief.
What do you mean?
Well, at first, when the other kids checked the closet, they all doubted Lucy's story about Narnia.
That's right, movie. After Lucy comes back from meeting Tumnus, the other kids check the closet and there's nothing there.
But when Lucy opened the closet door to go to Narnia, didn't the wind blow through it? What's the difference?
I think it's a difference in belief.
What do you mean?
Well, at first, when the other kids checked the closet, they all doubted Lucy's story about Narnia.
That's right, movie. After Lucy comes back from meeting Tumnus, the other kids check the closet and there's nothing there.
But when Lucy opened the closet door to go to Narnia, didn't the wind blow through it?
I think it's a difference in belief.
What?
First,